Controversial e-tolls, well, the system itself is a thing of the past, but government says motorists are still liable for their historic debt. It all comes back to the money, doesn't it? Transport Minister Sindisiwe Chukunga stopped short of saying how it's going to be recouped. But regardless of that, we're told that there's no need to fear. AfriForum is going to legally back the first motorist who approaches them for help if action is taken against them for non-payment, and if it even happens. And I suppose that's where we are at the moment. AfriForum Shanae Mostad joining us this morning. Shanae, good to have you on eNCA. When we talk legal action, are we talking about drivers who are going to get sued? They're going to get summons to court? Or could this be one of those paths where if you want to go and renew your driver's license? No, you can't get your new driver's license. You have to pay your SANROL debt, or renewing your car license disc is another method. Do we know what legal route it might look like?
Absolutely. Well, this is something the government and SANROL has not disclosed yet. So they can take various options. They have done it in the past where they refuse people or motorists to actually renew their driver's license, so they can go this route, or they can do it via summonses. But we are ready to take on the first court case and just lay the principle and foundations for this court case in order to assist motorists going forward in future.
If a driver in Gauteng has never ever, not even from the beginning, Chardonnay, paid an e-toll bill, it might reflect differently in court to a driver who paid some of the e-toll bill. Because the moment you paid an e-toll bill, to my mind, it shows an acknowledgement of debt. It shows an acknowledgement of a system that is functioning. Do you, as AfriForum, see a difference in that? This might be getting a bit too legalese, but do you see a difference in that?
Well, absolutely. I'm no legal expert to start off, but there is a difference. If you just take on a contract, you sign on the dotted line saying, I, Shanae Mostad, obliged to pay e-tolls. So there is a difference in that, whereas if you never signed a contract and e-toll sends or SANROL sends these summonses, it is different. But if you sign a contract, you are obliged to pay the contract. So there is a big difference between the two. But as I said, I'm no legal expert, but we can only assist individuals who do not have a contract, because there is a big difference between the two.
No, absolutely there is. It's the moment you pay it once, it's almost an acknowledgement of the debt, and you want to be part of the system. You can't then stop paying it. It's like buying a house and after 2 months deciding, well, it sounds like a lot of money, I'm not going to do that anymore. You can't do that. On the argument, I know Out has been very vocal on this. On AfriForum's perspective, there was talk of potentially making this a national debt, that it's going to be everybody in South Africa who has to cover all this money. What is AfriForum's view on that, Chardonnay?
Well, yes, absolutely. Well, if you just take on how e-tolls was established, citizens were already responsible, taxpayers were already responsible for establishing this system. So in order for SANROL to make it a national debt, I have no concern that they will try and get as much money to pay off this debt as possible. But from AfriForum's side, this is a civil situation that we currently are dealing with, and it's not okay to enforce this debt on individuals if it was not serving the people at the end of the day.
And I wonder, I might be going left of field here, because right now we're talking about SANROL getting money out of drivers, but there was also talk at one point, Chardonnay, and I'm not sure where we are in this, perhaps you can fill in the blanks for me. There was talk of those who had paid, if not all, at least part of their e-toll bill, that there was even talk of refunds for the drivers from SANROL. I mean, that seems like a wing and a prayer, doesn't it?
It does. No, definitely. It was something that Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi said back in January 2023. He redacted that statement in saying that no, it was a misinterpretation, and that individuals will still be able, or will still need to pay rather their debt, and that they will not get refunded for paying e-tolls.
Yeah, that seemed like a bit of a stretch of the imagination. I had the same feeling when I heard that the first time. I was like, that's never going to happen. Shanae Mostad, thank you very much